Dímelo, Bo Dominican York. What's going on, mi gente? What is going on? We're going to make a quick one. I got to get to bed so I can sleep a couple hours before I got to wake up to go to work tonight. Today's scent of the day, if you guys have seen the short or if you've been on my community page, is Bliss in Paradise. It's an EDP from Thomas Kazmala. Let's take a look at the atomizer. We haven't done that in a while. Well, it felt like it. Not an aggressive atomizer. Decent amount of juice. But with this scent, you really don't want a lot of juice to come out. You really don't. You don't have to reach for it. I probably shouldn't be talking. I should wait till it settles. But this is unapologetic. This is cojones. This is look at me, respect who the I am. If not, move out of my way. It really is. This thing is just knee deep. And if you don't have the personality to walk in your own shoes, if you're looking for a fragrance that is going to please the party, no. As a matter of fact, you might turn a couple people off. You may unattract people you might be trying to attract, but you will allure someone who you didn't expect. You know, compliments come from unexpected places. And to wear Bliss in Paradise, you got to walk with confidence. You got to walk with security. You got to know, I am my own person. I am doing me. I'm not trying to please the crowd. Whoever wants to be in this bubble is going to enjoy being in this bubble and feeling distinct, feeling mature, feeling in control. I'm telling you, this thing has cojones. All right, let's take a look at the note breakdown. So I'm on Fragrantica. The major accord that they're saying we're going to get is amber, right? That's amber. Then followed by a warm, spicy accord, then an oud accord, then a leather accord, and then the last four are going to be fresh, spicy, smoky, citrus, balsamic. I don't get any citrus. I really don't get fresh, spicy. I get an amber, warm, spicy, oudy leather. And I do get balsamic tendencies and that smoky facet. But really, I don't get the fresh, spicy. I don't get the citrus. But it's got to be there because this thing feels balanced to me. And it really wouldn't be that balanced if it didn't have that counterbalancing with the fresh citrus. Now, I watched SB's live last night, and he's right. You know, you cannot live and die on Fragrantica. But we're using it to kind of just get some points across, right? So at the top, they're saying saffron and bergamot. In the mid, they're saying we're going to get olibanum, which is frankincense, and labdanum. Labdanum is one of my favorite notes. I've found that out. And saffron has been one of my favorite notes. And at the base, we're going to get oud, leather, incense, and amber. So frankincense with incense. Man, this thing is absolutely stunning. I'm wondering, okay, so they're saying that longevity is long-lasting to moderate. Some people do think it's eternal. Sillage is strong to moderate. And I agree with both of those statements right there. This thing does not leave you. I literally sprayed on before showering, just on my forearm, just to kind of get a sense of the fragrance. I do that a lot. And after I washed, and I washed thoroughly. First I washed with hand soap, just to get the filth off of my body. Then I actually go back and I use a body wash with un trapo, or, you know, with a hand cloth. And I scrub my entire body again. And when I got out of the shower, my forearm still had traces of Bliss in Paradise. So it was an easy choice to go back with this as my scent of the day. You know, and that's why I spray my arm. I might be contemplating a fragrance, and I want to see it emanate off my skin for a moment before I shower. and then I might do that with 1 or 2 scents. Gender is male and more male, and then slightly unisex, but more people do think it's more masculine than anything. The value is predominantly okay to slightly overpriced. Now, here's the thing that, so they're saying interlude man. I don't really get interlude man out of this. I sometimes get a sense of intense oud out of this, but not interlude man. Interlude man has that oregano note that really is completely different. Intense oud, I can see. I haven't smelled Ombre Nomad. Black Afghano, definitely greener. And I haven't smelled Jubilation, but definitely it is not a Grand Soir or even an oud wood. So I don't know where they're getting that. But this is part of the Black Collection, which is on Thomas Kosmala's website, inspired by the olfactory traditions and heritage of Arabian perfumery. The Black Collection is a regional exclusive showcasing classic ingredients reinterpreted through a modern lens. Alluring, mysterious, and powerful, the fragrances nod to time-honored components of scent. From the hearty florals of rose and orange blossom in a never-ending love to the warm saffron spice of Arabian passion. I've not smelled either of those. Embark on a journey of culture and opulence with light of grace. I haven't smelled that either. Under the warm auras of oud and sandalwood. Modern twist and a song in the wind. Haven't smelled that either. And ornate moon, which I do have. Embrace innovation through balance while still honoring traditional touches such as amber and musk. The Black Collection is bold, enticing, alchemistic, offering the chance to discover the character that each fragrance has to offer. Now, here's the one thing. It is no longer available on Thomas Kosmala's website. You will have to go to a third party like Joma Shop to find this fragrance. And it gets sold out quite a bit. You know, when I wanted to get it in a tester and at a discounted price, at, you know, even more of a discounted price than what it usually is on Joma Shop, I had to wait for it to restock. I do have Muscatone, but none of the others I've smelled. The only other one that I thought, no, I don't have Muscatone. I have Ornate Moon. My mistake. I have Ornate Moon. And that is a rose oud, if I'm not mistaken. I've worn it twice. So that's one that we need to talk about on the channel. But the other one that I'm really interested in is Arabian Passion. But, you know, if we get back to, see if I can make this a large picture. No. Guys, this is one to sample. Okay? This is not going to be for a majority of us. It will be for people like me who like something off the beaten path that's very deep, dark, oudy, leathery, and just pronounced in a very masculine way. I mean, this is masculinity in a bottle, guys. Now, this is only my fourth wearing, fourth or fifth. So I've definitely got to come back to it throughout the years and keep reporting on its performance, its longevity, how it plays off of my skin, and the kind of reactions that I get from people when I'm out and about. So again, just a quick share of my scent of the day. What did you guys wear today? Drop a comment down below. You know I respond pretty quick. And I want to thank you guys for always showing love, dropping comments, and for the Scent Bubble for reposting my videos. He's the only guy to ever do that. So big thank you to him. And again, today's scent of the day, Bliss in Paradise. It really is blissful with me. You know, this is one that really just knocks my socks off. This is a brooding, dark, masculine fragrance that is not for the faint nose. Anyway, que Dios me lo bendiga. I'll talk to you soon.